Hello everyone, today we are starting a new chapter number 13, surface areas and volumes. And first we will recall certain things which you have already studied in your earlier classes, that is the volumes and surface areas of certain solids. So the solids which you have already studied are cuboid, cube, cone, cylinder, sphere and hemisphere. So what all we know, we'll just recall. The first thing, if the cuboid is of length L, breadth B and height h, then the volume of the cuboid is given as V is equal to LBH, and surface area is given as 2 into LB plus BH plus HL. Now if it is a cube, then all the sides are equal, L equal to B equal to H. Suppose L equal to B equal to H equal to A, then again in the same formula, if you replace LBH as A, you will get the volume of the cube, which is A cube. And the surface area also, if you are replacing with A, you will get 2 into A square plus A square plus A square, which is 2 into 3A square or 6A square. So that is the surface area of the cube. Next is cone, and we are considering the radius of the cone as h and the height as h. Sorry, radius is r and height is h, and this is your slant height, that is small l. And the relation connecting them is, here you have, it is right circular cone. So here it is 90 degrees, that means you can use your Pythagoras theorem and you will get the relation connecting your L, H and R as L square is equal to H square plus R square, or L is equal to root of H square plus R square. Now the volume of the cone is 1 by 3 pi R square H. Curved surface area, that is only this portion, is pi RL, where again L can be found out like this if you know your H and R. Again TSA is curved surface area plus the base area. Base is circular in shape, so it is the formula for circle. So pi RL plus pi R square, that is you can take out pi R in common, so it is pi R into R plus L, that is the TSA, total surface area of the cone. Next is cylinder. Here again the radius is R and height is h, then the volume of the cylinder is pi R square h, and curved surface area, that is this portion alone, will be 2 pi R h. And total surface area is the sum of this curved surface area plus the upper and lower part, which you can see they are again in circular shape. So you have 2 pi r square plus the curved surface area 2 pi r h as the total surface area. Again you can take out 2 pi r in common, so the formula becomes 2 pi r into r plus h for cylinder. Next is sphere. Again the radius is r, then the volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube, and surface area is 4 pi r square. Next, when you consider hemisphere, it is actually the cutting. If you cut this solid, you will get hemisphere. Cut sphere, you will get hemisphere. Again the radius is same r, then your volume will be the half of the volume of the sphere. Since it is 4 by 3 pi r cube, you will get the volume of the hemisphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube by 2, that is 2 by 3 pi r cube. Again for curved surface area, here only you have that curved surface area as the total surface area for sphere, but for hemisphere you have curved surface area and total surface area separately. Curved surface area means only this portion, and that is your 2 pi r square, and total surface area is this curved surface area plus this region, which is again circular in shape. So you will have the area of the circle here to be added with the curved surface area to get total surface area. So it is 2 pi r square plus pi r square, which is 3 pi r square. These are all formulae which are related to your chapter number 13. You have to know all these formulae in order to do the problems. Now in this chapter what we are discussing is, we will be discussing the combination of certain solids whose surface areas and volumes will be found out. Okay. Now taking certain examples such as test tube, capsule or toy. For test tube you can see this is the figure you have seen in chemistry labs and all. So that can be broken into two. From this portion you can just break it. So you will get one cylinder portion and a hemispheric portion. Now in order to find out the total surface area of this test tube, what we need to do, we have to take the curved surface area of the cylinder and curved surface area of the hemisphere and then add the both. Okay, that will give you the total surface area of this test tube. Now coming to capsule, again you can just break it into two parts like this, here and here. That means you are getting three things. One is a cylinder and two hemispheres. Cylinder and two hemispheres. So in order to get the total surface area of this capsule, what you need? The curved surface area of the cylinder and the curved surface area of two hemispheres to be added to get the total surface area of this solid. Next, the toy, which is in this form. Here you have a cone as well as a hemisphere joined together. So in order to get the total surface area of this toy, you can take the curved surface area of the cone plus the curved surface area of the hemisphere. So these are certain examples which are examples for the solids whose surface areas or combination of solids whose surface area and volumes have to be found out. Okay. Now let's start with exercise 13.1. The first question is, two cubes each of volume 64 centimeter cube are joined end to end. Find the surface area of the cuboid. That means when you join the two cubes, it becomes a cuboid and you have to find out the surface area of the cuboid. For that, first we will go for what is given. Okay. So the tubes are given to be of volume 64 centimeter cube. From that we will get one side of the cube. Now volume of the cube is 64 centimeter cube. What is volume of cube? By formula, if I take A as the side, okay, let A be the side, one side of the cube, then you will get volume of the cube is A cube is equal to 64, which will give you A as cube root of 64, which is equal to 4 centimeters. Okay, now you got one edge of the cube. Now when they are joined end to end, what will happen is the length will become twice of what is the length of the side of the cube. Okay, that means if this is 4, height is also 4, but this is B, this is H and this is L. If you are taking 4 plus 4, it will become 8. So the length will become 8. That means for the cuboid, when two cubes are joined end to end, L will become 8 centimeter, B will be same as the edge and H will also be same. That is, either of the side will become 8, remaining will be 4 each. Okay. Now what you need to find out? Now surface area of the cuboid. Surface area of the cuboid, what is the formula? 2 into LB plus BH plus HL. Replace the values. L8 into 4 plus 4 into 4 plus 4 into 8. You have 4 into 4 in each of the terms, common you can take out. So 2 into 4 into 4. It will be easy for you to calculate. This will give you only 2 here, plus here nothing, that is 1, here you have 2 again. So that it is 2 into 4 into 4 into this is 5. So this will give you 416, 16 into 10, which is 160 centimeter. What is the unit? Centimeter square. So this is the surface area of the cuboid. Now question number 2 is, a vessel is in the form of a hollow hemisphere mounted by a hollow cylinder. The diameter of the hemisphere is 14 centimeter and the total height of the vessel is 13 centimeter. Find the inner surface area of the vessel. Okay, so for that we will draw a rough figure in which you can just mention that hollow hemisphere. This is hollow hemisphere, above which you have a hollow cylinder. Okay, combination of these two is the vessel. Now what is given? The diameter of the hemisphere is given to be 14 centimeter. This much is given to be 14 centimeter, so that you can find out what is the radius. Again, the total height of the vessel is 13 centimeter. That means this will give you the radius, that is diameter of the hemisphere will give you the radius of the hemisphere, and that will be the same as the radius of the cylinder also. Okay, diameter of hemisphere is equal to 14 centimeter. Therefore, radius of the hemisphere is equal to 14 by 2, which is 7 centimeter, and this will be same as radius of cylinder. And when we talk about radius of or diameter of, this is for the inner sphere, the inner portion. That means the vessel can have the thickness also, but they are considering only the inner surface area. So we are taking this diameter to be the inner diameter and inner radius of both the things. Okay, and here this will also be 7 centimeters. Now what is given? The total height of the vessel is given to be 13. Therefore we can find out the height of the cylinder alone, because this much will be, this is 7, right? This is 7. Now this is 7 means here also you will have the same measurement, that is the radius. That means what will be this? It will be 13 minus 7, that is 6 centimeter will be the height of the cylinder. Okay, so total height of the vessel is given to be 13 centimeter. Therefore height of the cylinder is equal to 13 minus 7, which is equal to 6 centimeters. So this much is enough for us to find out what is the surface area of the vessel. Now the inner surface area of the vessel, SA is the short form of surface area of the vessel, is equal to inner surface area. When they say, we will just talk about inner. Okay, what is that? Inner curved surface area of the cylinder plus inner curved surface area of the hemisphere. Inner curved surface area of cylinder plus inner curved surface area of hemisphere. What is the inner curved surface area of the cylinder? Same as the curved surface area of the cylinder. It is 2 pi RH, where R is the radius and H is the height of the cylinder. And inner curved surface area of hemisphere, you will get 2 pi R square. Now 2 pi into, what is R? R is 7, H is 6 for the cylinder. 2 pi into R again is 7 into 7. So that 2 into pi into 7 is common in both the things. So you can take it out. That is 14 pi, and this will give you 6 plus 7. So you are getting 14 into 13 into, you can take the value of pi as 22 by 7. 22 by 7. So this will give you 26 into 22, which is equal to 572 centimeter. What will be the unit? You are finding out surface area, so the unit is centimeter squares. Okay.